So I'm working on a patio here. A couple of things to point out that we're trying to fix. I don't know if you can tell, but that's a pretty big sinkhole in the center. It's almost the width of a whole stone there, so it's sunk in. And they used pea stone as a substrate. They used some sort of a thick gray tarp as a weed cloth, and I'm just lifting them all up. There was about 42 stones. Now we have new ones to put in, so that's about it. So I'm doing some patio stone replacement here, and I needed to buy 20 patio stones that were about 2 feet square by about 1 inch and 3/4 thick. About 70 pounds a piece. These are just from Home Depot. But my point of this video is just to highlight the what's needed here. This trailer has a payload of 2,000 pounds maximum, and it worked really well. I just made sure the tires are about 45 psi, maximum psi for the temperature you're at. They're a 55 psi max, so I go 45. And they're good for up to, like, I think 1,500 pounds each at max psi. So you're good. I think the actual number is 1,360 at 50 psi cold. So yeah, anyway, so they're good. The axle's a 3,000, you know, the axle's good, everything's good. So basically max payload is about 2,000 pounds for the whole thing. Truck easily pulls that. It's just a 4Runner. It'll tow up to 5,000 pounds with this type of hitch, or up to 7,000 with a load distributing hitch. 2-inch ball, which is fine. So I have 20 of these 75-pound patio stones, and that worked out to about 1,500 pounds. Additional screenings are about 60 pounds a piece times 4, so another 240 pounds. So I'm pushing about 1,800 pounds, plus there's a 4x4 here, so that's an additional 20 pounds. So 1,800 pounds payload. So I was well under my 2,000, which is fine. I towed really well, went right through Toronto. It took like an hour because of traffic, but whatever. This setup is good. You got these 2 pins that go back here. I put these rubbers on here so it doesn't rattle as much, and that's fine. But if a kid messed with that, so what I do is I put these ropes on here. They're just little ratchet ropes, the biggest ones you get at Canadian Tire. And they're just extra insurance, just to, like, I'm loosening them right now, but they're tight when I'm running. Just so, you know, these are great, but what if? And that's not even attached. So, like, you want to make sure your trailer ramp gate is good, and nobody's going to mess with it. So I'm just taking it down now so I can unload. But make sure your lights work. Lights were working on my truck. Everything worked fine. I even have running lights. Yay. That's it. Everything worked fine. Oh, yeah. Another tip for pavers is to use ropes. They have ropes there. When they haul them vertically, up and down. I'm hauling them horizontally, but you can do that. But just use the ropes as padding between them, because it's bumpy as all get out on the roads, right? You hit something really hard, you could crack them, damage them. You've paid good money for these. You don't want to show up at the customer's site and have them all damaged. So use the ropes. Takes an extra 10 minutes, 15 minutes to add the ropes in there as you go. And strap everything down. 2 straps, boom, done. Okay, it's a lot of work, I know, a lot of messing around, but it's just the right way to do it. And I just wanted to capture that and share it maybe, so that's it. Yeah, so check that out. It's a big hole. That's soil, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm getting into some major landscaping here because there was a garden in the center of this patio underneath it. Pulled all those big heavy plastic tarp back that was underneath the patio stones, and you see this stuff, this is sand. So I've been digging almost down 10 inches, a foot. That's what we're looking for, hard stuff. That is hard. This is soft, and this was caved in about 4 inches from above because it was just a garden and they just patioed over it, which is not the right thing to do. you can't get any compaction on. It's just soil. So we're harvesting the soil. Someone might want it. It's right here. Good stuff. Probably a yard, cubic yard. And I'm just sorting materials. And I'm trying to prep this for patio, but it's a major job now because got rid of this ramp. There's a ramp here. Ramp's over there now. This guy pulled it out. And I'm using this really good nice felt cloth. I think I have enough for the job. I bought like quite a bit of it, so we'll see. I am going to still put a bit of this plastic along the house just to keep water away from the foundation. I don't know, other than that I got a lot of digging and playing in the mud to do and leveling, that's it. Just keep on doing this until I'm done. Alright, now I'm pulling out massive chunks of asphalt. It's pretty big. From this area. So it's so high here they just buried it with gravel. And in this corner, this is where the hose bib is. And they had a water issue here where that froze and broke and water got into their bathroom in the basement. So I would like to put a little bit of tarping in this area, definitely underneath where the grade is. I'm going to pull some of this gravel back, and I want to get all this soft so I can get some nice level. But I'm going to pull all this asphalt because I can't get the right grade here to get it away from the building with that asphalt there. That asphalt is probably the cause of their basement flooding. But ultimately, because they, with that there, you can't get grade away from the house. And there were drainage holes here from the flooding. You can see it drained in. There was a hole, it looks like a squirrel hole all the way in there. But I think it's from the water. So I don't know what I'm doing now. Get rid of all that asphalt, take a break. I'm done for the day, I'm spent. We got all the crazy tarp pulled up. This whole thing was covered with this thick kind of gray silver tarp. It's in the way now, I don't know what to do. There's no room back here. It's the neighbor's property I'm kind of using. I hope I don't get in trouble. But anyway, I'm gonna keep on going and going until I'm done. Now we got a giant root here going right towards the house. So I'm just gonna cut it off somewhere. It's heading straight down. It was underneath the concrete or the asphalt. Pulled out tons of asphalt. Like, look at that pile. So anyway, I go get a tool and cut out that root, saw of some sort, and then I'm going to take a break. Well, I got this asphalt removed from this area, so now I can grade this around the gas meter and the water bib. But then I found more asphalt over here, and that's why this door was jamming on the patio stone, because this whole thing sank. So there's a big sinkhole here. And then the asphalt was propping up those patio stones, and they had to come out because you'll never get grade here. We're gonna move the fill from the front into this gap that we have left over from removing all the asphalt, and we'll probably get a nice ramp, grade, patio, good drainage, and I just got a lot more work to do. So we got some stones down. Quite a bit more to do though. Look at that stack of stones. Okay. More over here. So I don't know, it's coming nice. It's level anyway. A lot more stones over here. Tons of, it's this asphalt that's slowing me down though. Anyway, so far so good. It's Toronto. You can hear the sirens. It's a nice day though. It's beauty day. See, with this job here, we could have got rid of all the asphalt. So you can't really tell, but this is asphalt sticking up too high. So as I go, we could have removed all the asphalt with 3-4 trailer loads to the dump and spent shit tons of money. Or, see, this is what I've taken out so far. which is a small amount compared to removing all the asphalt. This was a driveway. I'm getting good results just going over it, but we get a high spot, I just knock it down, just grab a thing like this, and you're like, whoa, just kind of like just start stabbing it and breaking it and taking. I got a hatchet. Where's my hatchet? Somewhere I got a hatchet over here. And whatever it takes, just knock it down and take out the chunks. You know, basically perforate around it, pry it out, whatever you got to do so it's below grade. And then you can put proper aggregate on top of it, and then done. It's a bit frustrating, but it's not so bad. It's a process. Black, as you can see, you get into it, it's black. And it's asphalt, and it's gross. We're getting good results, so I'm happy. You can see as I got this big chunk off of here, like, yep, there's a root. So that's what lifts the asphalt up. Tree, there's a tree somewhere, always a tree somewhere. Maybe that one. Look at that, oh my God. So that probably came from, I don't know, 30 feet away, but it's a big root. Lifts everything up over time and ruins your patio. Or asphalt driveway, or sidewalk. Yeah, all right, so this project's going pretty well. The customer wanted to reuse these stones up front, so we're doing that. They should be pressure washed after to clean them up, obviously. But this is, we salvaged some pea stone over here, so that's nice. Reused the, you know, just pick through the big rocks and some nice pea stone in this area by the gas meter and the water bib here. Put some tarp over here and some bricks just to keep the pea stone away from the house. And oh yeah, I just wanted to point out, I gave a couple tips earlier, but I tried to make a 2-minute video. It was actually 3. But when you're doing this stuff, it rained last night, it's fine. A little bit of water is a good thing. Helps compact everything. I usually spray as well. It's good to have a garden hose available when you're doing this kind of work. Also this here, if you have a tamper, when you go, last step before you set your stone, you know, I grade it, use a grading rake, get it the grade you want, like the coarse grade, like the overall grade, and then each individual block, you're then just trying to set it so they're perfectly, you know, aligned, and you get a fairly good seam. Like, I'm not perfect, obviously, but these ones are a little bit cleaner cut lines on them. The older ones are nice and rough, so a bit of a rough look. Anyway, I just want to point out that it's good to tamp like the center of where the block is going to go in that area, just so there isn't a high spot in the middle, and square it up. Just use your finger line. This tool is excellent, by the way. This little guy, just have something like this to use your finger too, but to get into the corners and get rid of the rocks and tamp it. The 10-pound tamper, whatever this is, 10 by 10, 10 by 10 by 10, I don't know what it is, 18 pounds maybe. Yeah, and I had to hatchet out a whole bunch of this freaking asphalt again. There's a big lump here, so definitely a problem when you have asphalt, but that's what's slowing down this whole project, is the asphalt. Anyway, back to it. Also want to point out the screening sand mix is great to have. I put it in a little bucket, have it handy so you can put it in when you're doing your leveling your stone. I also got sand. It's the first time I've used sand, and it's nice to get like your corners. You can kind of throw sand like in the corner quite a bit, and it'll compact and get in between the rocks. So it's just for like that micro adjustment you might want. Sand is good that way. Some people do sand with the whole thing. They get a couple yards of sand and they pack it, and I've heard that's a good way to do patio stone as well. I've always used the gravel, like the limestone screenings plus the sand. It just seems to lock together quite nice and doesn't move as much. But for erosion, sand is an issue with ants, I think, and also erosion. So each their own. Back to it. Okay, so once you have that base layer and your coarse grade packed, that layer done, and you're going to do each individual block. I use a 2-foot level, same size as the block. Whatever blocks you have, get a level it's that size. And ideally this would be 1.5 inches. These are 1.5 inch blocks. I think this is a 2-inch level. It'd be nice if it was the same height as the block, but I can make do. And I use this as a grading tool because I just want this to be square and flat and prep. I don't have to move my block too many times. I didn't want to set it and try to get it close the first try and then just add a little bit once I set the stone. So all I'm doing is I'm looking at my bubble. My grade across here is pretty much level on the bubble a little bit, so bubble to the left a bit, which is fine, that's what I want. So I'm just going to kind of grade this down and make sure my bubble's a little bit to the left all the way down. And then I do the same thing here. I'm going to grade it across. So my bubble now, it's quite a bit to the left there because I got a downward slope. And I'm just making sure that's graded and ready to go. So it's just not a big deal. And again, you can pack that in the middle if you want with the tamper. I'm pretty happy. I can see the lines when I smash this, and you can see like where the lines end up, that it's pretty good. And then I throw this aside, set my stone, and then adjust it, and I'm done. Then you stomp on the stone a bit, do the like teeter-totter thing, see if there's any play, any movement. You want to get any play or movement out by adding more gravel, more stone dust underneath. I call this stone dust. It's the mix of gravel and sand. So, yeah, let's do it. One more thing to keep in mind when you're doing these pattern stones is that there's actually a pattern and an orientation to the stone. I forgot also now. I'm like, oh yeah, I got to turn these. So I was lucky. I had a pretty good pattern going anyway. You see how these should alternate. You know, they're going this way. Orientation should go 90 degrees every time you put a new stone down. If one lines up, it's kind of obvious, especially when it's clean and you see this weird brick pattern. So these are supposed to simulate paver stones. They don't really do a great job, but they have a nice texture on them. They are kind of grippy and easy to clean. I like this pattern better than the diamond for sure. The diamond is okay. I wish they just made these ones with the like semi kind of embossed, whatever textured look. You can't get them at Home Depot in 24 for some stupid reason. Maybe they're a special order, but we had to get them. You got to get them when you're there. I mean, we don't have time to, you know, do stupid things in Toronto, and got to get it done, you know. But yeah, so get the pattern right. Yeah, you know, I feel like it's been steady. I'm getting the technique down really well. Trying to get nice good lines in between the actual patio stones. Boom, like that. I just set this one. And I just have to basically take these ones, put them over here, cut them, so it's going to be a bit noisy with the angle grinder with the masonry blade on it, and snap them. And I'm just got to finish these 4 here out of the 20. It's a 24 by 5 section. 4 of them are right there, and I don't know, I'm liking it. It just needs to be swept up and cleaned after, and that has to be finished. A couple hours of work, I'm thinking. Yeah, it's been good. It's been a good job. And look at this check out this rosebush. Isn't that beautiful? It smells, I can smell it from here. It's gorgeous. Oops, too much zoom. Yeah. This is going to be nice back here. It's just this fence is going to be fixed. And zoom out here. There we go. That's better. I'm out of here. Back to work. Looks like it could rain, so have a good day. 41 inches from here to here, and it's about a 2-inch rise. It'd be nice to have a gradual stone for here. That'd be ideal. A really gradual riser. We definitely need 10 feet of retaining strip here, you know, the block strips, and then I need 2 bags of screenings. All right, the bricks are laid. Just a couple finishing touches. I got to put the poly sand in tomorrow. I got to fill this in with some pea stone, the crack, and put some pea stone in here, and then do a asphalt ramp here tomorrow. And that's it. That's it. And we'll move the barbecue back for them and clean up the mess and haul away all the junk, including that pile of nastiness right there. Oh God, look how gross. Let's go into the dump. That's a big haul though. And check my weight on that. Look at my tires. Got more pea stone back here too. Nice. Okay, done. So today I'm just put in this stopper edge restraint for the bricks, just so they don't move. Put a bit of edge restraint in here. I PL'd this guy with PL, and because it's just a little brick, and I have a little brick over here too. I'm gonna PL this guy just to make sure it doesn't move. I'm putting sand or pea stone. It's this stuff here, pea stone mix in the edges, and then we're gonna hopefully dry up and get some poly on here. Hello. So today we're doing this asphalt repair over here, but I'm also putting in a bit of a ramp. So I'm going to flip this around, and now you see they say to prep it. It does say in the package you're not supposed to use this stuff, just to, you know, to be clear. Where does it say? I just read it on here. Not recommended for ramps, but I'm making a little weed ramp, and it's they call it cold asphalt. There's no heat involved. I'm not getting a big company to come in and do this. You know, I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do though is clean it up really well, just like they say. Brush it. Use a little hand brush. Use a big brush, big broom. Shovel it, and see, this area I want clean, no loose fill. And I'm happy. It's kind of like doing a filling in a big tooth, you know. We're going to fill this up nice around here, grate it away from the post so this nice pressure treated will last long and doesn't get water in there. And we're going to have a nice little ramp from here 2 feet up to the patio, and that's my goal today. Alright, so I did a thing that I wanted to capture on video. I'm going to flip it around. So I just finished doing the polymeric sand installation. Yeah, everyone knows how that goes. You just put it on there. I cleaned it out with a trowel first, all the joints, a nice sharp pointed trowel, one of these guys. You just, you know, get the rocks out so you have a nice place to. I just pour the poly in the cracks by hand. I use a little bucket like this, and it's basically just polymer sand. It's like just sand. It's really fine, gravelly sand with like an adhesive agent in it. So when it gets wet, it'll bond together and create this kind of soft bonded sand. But what I wanted to capture was this guy. So I made a little ramp. It's a bit of a rise up from the driveway that's asphalt into here. What a mess here. Don't just ignore that, but focus on this. And I'm putting wood over this just so the customer can use it. It is 2 bags, 30 kilogram bags of cold patch asphalt. I dug down, cleaned it, put it around the post. There's big holes around the post, so made sure I got all the loose stuff out. Put the patch material in, tamped it. Just make it nice, you know. And then I'm like, it's sticky and shitty, and it's really black and gooey, and I don't want to traipse it onto this beautifully like done, you know, I'm done patio. It's like black versus white, so let's cover it with poly, and I'm gonna put wood on it too so they can walk on it, and it's going to take 3 days to cure, right? So got the ramp, I'm gonna put wood on it. I'm gonna kind of screw it to the posts. I just wanted to capture that. It kind of looks nice. It makes it gray instead of this gooey looking black asphalty shit like bitumen. Anyway, just something to capture. I don't know, try it. I don't know if this is gonna work. I think it's gonna be fine. It's just gonna stick to it. So pea stone along the edge, you can see there, and all the cracks have been dusted. I have to spray it with the hose now, and that's it. And I'm done. I'm just tired. I want to go have a drink and be done this job because it's Friday. And I want to be done. I've been looking forward to being done. Like not just half-ass done, but fully done and out of here so that they can live their lives and I'm gone. That's always the goal. I just want to capture that ramp, so cheers. Okay, so I'm happy the ramp is put in. Asphalt ramp, covered with some wood just so it can dry. Topped it with some poly sand just to make it gray. All the pea stones put in, and all the polymeric sand is put in. Tons along this joint here. We just have to spray it with water and load up all the garbage, and done. So I like the results. It's gonna look great. And they get some patio furniture out here. I don't know what their plans are. It's gonna look great when this fence gets replaced. And they're gonna have a lot of nice space to host their fans and have parties and drinks and just have a good time this summer. That's the goal. And it's accessible. I got a great seam here, like the transition between the house and the patio. Basically, I got 1/2 inch rise on the door so it doesn't hit at any point along the way. You can still put a brick here, bit of a ledge right here to prop your door open, which I like. We got a brand new door closer, which is not slamming the door anymore, which is great. Because it did this, they had that issue, and it looks great. I wish we could have matched the stone for them, but I think it looks all right. It's like brick up to here. It's like kind of 2 different deck areas, and gate is great. Everything works well here. They got a beautiful long driveway. As soon as I get my gear out of here, they park 2 vehicles in here. They have room for a 3rd, which is amazing in Toronto to have room for 3 vehicles. Yeah, you gotta shift them around because it's 1 lane, but I'm helping them get rid of this broken bin, and taking that broken freezer, and we're going to clean up this area. All that asphalt's got to go to the dump, and I'm just taking it home, I guess. Burn the fuel and take it to Bensford. It's an 1.5-hour drive. It'd probably take me an 1.5 hours to get to the dump here. So anyway, I'm done. Cheers.